Today we will see what is class and object. So starting with the object first, what is an object? So in general terms, you can consider an object as any real world entity. Just for an example, I am taking the example of this book. This book is my object. Then what are the different attributes of this book? That is, what is the height of the book? What is the width of the book? Then how many total number of pages are there in the book? So these are the different attributes related to the book. Now I want to define the functionality related to this book. Now functionality means what can I do with this book? So I can read from this book, I can write on this book. So these are the functionality that I can perform related to the book. So this is one of the object. Now I am taking another object. Now suppose my pen as an object. Then which are the different attributes that we can define with this pen as an object? That is, what is the color of the pen? Then what is the ink color of the pen? It might happen that color of the pen and ink color of the pen both are different. Then what is the point number of this pen? So these are the attributes related to the pen. Now I want to define what kind of functionality I can do with this pen. So I can perform writing operation. So I can write with this pen. So each and every object which is present in the world has some kind of attributes and its related functionality. So we will see the different example. Suppose I am taking the example of a mobile phone. So starting with it, so taking the example of the mobile phone as an object. So over here, you can see that the different attributes related to the mobile phone is what is the brand of the phone, then what is the operating system of the phone, then what is the processor of the phone, and what is the RAM of the phone. So this will be the different attributes related to the mobile phone as an object. Now what kind of functionality I can perform with this object mobile phone? So the different functionality that I can perform with the help of phone is that I can call using phone, I can message using phone, I can share files on the using the phone, and I can browse through the phone. So these are the different functionalities that we can perform on the object that is mobile phone. Now the next is over here. I have created the different three objects that are, I am considering the three different objects, the three different mobile phones. So in the first mobile phone, my brand is different, that is the Micromax. In my second mobile phone, again the brand is different, and in my third mobile phone, again the brand is different. Again over here, the operating system is also different in different mobile phones. The processor is also different, and the value of the RAM is also different. So over here, the attributes remains the same. That is the brand, operating system, processor, and RAM. What is changing over here? The value of the attributes is changing. Only the value part is changing. The attributes name remains as it is. So I can consider this three as the three different objects. So I'm considering this one as the object 1, the second one as the object 2, and the third one as the object 3. So I can also create the objects related to the student. So suppose I am creating a student as the class. Now what is a class? A class is the design of the object. So in the class, what I have to mention? I have to mention the attributes and its functionality. So suppose over here, I am creating a class of the mobile phone. So what is a class? Class is the combination of the attributes plus functionality. So over here, suppose I am creating the student as the class. Then in class, what kind of details will be there? So in class, it is the combination of attributes and functionality. So I have to write both things. We have already seen what is list, what is dictionaries. In the list, we are only mentioning the values. In the dictionary also we are having the key and its values, but we are not having the functions within the dictionary or the list. So what is class over here? It is one type of you can say type, you can say the type of the object. In that you can have the variables also, and you can have the functions also. So what are these attributes? I can consider the attributes as the variables, and I can consider this different functionality as the functions, and these functions are the part of the class. So suppose I am creating the student as a class, then what kind of details will be there in the student class? So a student can have its own enrollment number. A student, every individual student has its own name and in which branch they are studying. So these are the different variables I can say. A student will save some value in the enrollment number variable, in the name variable also, and in the branch variable also. Now, what kind of activities or functionality that a student can perform? So the functionality is like this: a student can study, student can perform curricular activities and the co-curricular activities, and the student can give the exam. Also the student can provide its details, that is the student details. So when I am creating a student as a class, then I have to mention the design. So what the design consists of? It consists of the attributes and the functions, and these attributes are the variables of the class, and this functionality are the functions of the class. So I can create 60 objects of a student. So suppose I am creating the object 1 of the student, then that S1, suppose I am taking S1 as the object, then student 1 has its own enrollment number, its own name, and the branch in which he is studying. So like this I can create 60 different objects of the student. So let's take example how to create a class and objects in Python. This class and object concept is related to the object-oriented programming. Fifth IT students have already studied Java language, that is the object-oriented programming concept, and fifth ICT student will going to study now that what is the OOPS concept, that is the object oriented programming concept. In that again you will study that what is class, what is object, and what is constructor. But over here we are using the concept of class and object, so I am explaining the concept related to the class and object. So let's see how to create a class and object in Python. We are keeping it simple to understand the concept. So over here I am taking the student as the class, and in that I am defining only the function. Note the attributes right now, only the functions that I am defining, and I am creating the two objects of the student class, that is S1, that is the student 1, and the student 2. So for creating the class I have to write like this, that is the class as the keyword, then the class name. Over here my class name is student, followed by the colon, then you have to mention the functionality. So I am defining over here a definition inside the class. So this is my class student, and I am giving over here the indentation. So it means this definition, this function definition is present within the class. So it is the part of the class. This function is my part of the class student. And I am defining one function with function name as student details. And as an argument, I am writing in the brackets as self. So what is self? We will see that what is self. Right now, remember that I have created one function with name student details, and within the function I am printing the statement like enrollment number is 123 and name is XYZ. Now this is my class and I want to create the object of the class. So how to create the object of the class? So for creating the object of the class, creating the object like this. So over here, I am creating the object of the class. Just for an example, you are writing like this, that is a variable a equals to 5. So my variable a is of type integer. If I am writing a equals to 5.6 like this. Then what is the type of the variable? A is float. Like that only, if I want to give this object a type of the class, then how I will write? That is the variable name, that is s1 equals to, that is the assignment operator, and I am writing over here the class name, that is the student as the class name. So when I am typing like this, that is s1 equals to student followed by the parenthesis or the rounded brackets, then over here it is called that I am creating an object of the class student. So this is how the object is created of the class student. Like that, I am creating the second object of the class student, that is s2 equals to student like this. So this is how I have created the objects. Now let's check the type of the object. So for typing, I am writing that is print type of s1. And I am pressing it, shift enter, that is I am running the file. Then over here you can see that it is the class of type student. So I have created an object of class student. If like this, if you are mentioning a list and I am writing L equals to suppose 1, 1, 2 and 3 like this, and I am writing what is the type of L, that is print type of L, and you are getting it is the class of type list. So what is this L over here? It is the object of the list class. So in Python programming, everything is related to the class and the object. So previously also we were getting the object of different types. Over here we have created our own class, that is the student as the class, and we are creating the object of the student class. Now I am running this code, then you can see there is no output. Now I want to call the student detail which is written over here, the function which is present in the student class. Now we all know that if we are writing only the function definition, then we can't get the output. It is very necessary to call that function. Now if I am calling this function like this, that is the student underscore details like this, and if you are running this code, then you can see over here you are getting the error. Why you are getting the error? Because this function, it is the part of the class, so it is the member function of the class. So when you are calling a function which is inside the class, then compulsory you have to call that function with the help of the object. So over here my object is s1. I am using the dot as the operator, and then I can write the function name. So if I now run this program, then I am getting the output as enrollment number is 123 and name is xyz. It means what? I have created the object, and with the help of object I am calling this function. So my control goes over here, it will go inside the function and it will print my statement, that is enrollment number is 123 and name is xyz. Now suppose again I am calling the function with the help of second object, that is s2 dot student details, and I am copying this. And you can see that again with the help of object 2 you are again calling the function. But I have told that every student has different enrollment numbers and different name. So if I want to perform the functionality like that, then I have to make use of the constructor. Now what is constructor? As the name says, the constructor is used to construct a value. So what is constructor in Python? It is a special type of method or function that is called when it instantiates an object using the definition found in your class. It means what? Constructor is the special type of member function which is called when you create the object. So when you are creating an object, a constructor is called automatically. So it is a special type of member function only, it is special type of function only. Why it is special? Because we don't have to call that function explicitly. When you are writing the code, related to creating an object, it will call the constructor automatic. So what I am telling is true or not. So let's check it. I am running this code, that is my class as a student. In that I would created two different functions. My first function is the constructor. So this is the underscore underscore, that is the 2 time underscore, then init method, and again 2 times underscore. Then in the argument we are writing the self, which is the compulsory part, and I am printing the init. Then I am calling a simple function, that is the student details, and I am printing one statement within that function. Now I am creating the two different objects of the class, that is S1 equals to student and S2 equals to student. So when I am running this program, you can see over here that in init statement is printed two times. Why it is printed two times? Because when I am creating the object, this constructor is called automatically in Python. And when I'm creating the second object, again it will call the same constructor again. So constructor we don't have to call. So when we are creating the object, it will call automatically like this. Now I want to call the student details function. So this is the normal function. So for calling that function, I have to write s1 dot student underscore details like this. So you will get the output as enrollment number is 123, name is XYZ. That the statement inside the function. Now why we are writing this self inside the function? Now this self means what? You are writing the code like this. That is my student as the class. This is my student as the class name. And I am writing now my function, that is the student details as the function. So I am mentioning the student details as the function, and in the bracket I have to pass the object that I have created, that is S1 and S2. Suppose I am writing only the one object, that is the S1, and I am printing this code, then it is working successfully. So this self means what? That you are passing a object in that. So what is self? Self is the object that we are passing. So over here I am passing the S, but we are not writing such kind of statement. We will only write that S1 dot student details like this. So we are passing S1 object over here like this. Now the next is I'm also writing that S2 dot student details like this. So I'm getting the init two times and the enrollment number statement two times like this. Now I want to print different enrollment numbers and name of the student. So how I can do that? So over here, my student as the class, into the constructor, I am passing two different arguments. One self argument will be by default. I am passing the second argument as the enrollment number and the third one as the name. Now I am writing inside the constructor that I am initializing the different attributes of the student class. So what is the constructor? What is the init method? The init method means it is used to initialize the value of the variable. So over here I am initializing the value of the variable as self dot enrollment number. So I am writing the enrollment number like this. Then I'm writing self dot name equals to name. Then student functions as it is. Over here I have just mentioned that student enrollment number is the self enrollment number variable name, and over here the self name as the variable name. Now I'm writing S1 equals to student 123 comma Alex. So what I am doing over here, I am creating the object of the class student, and previously I was creating the object like this. Now I will be passing the object like this, that is S1 equals to student 123 comma Alex. So what will happen? I am passing over here two arguments, but in the definition I have mentioned three arguments. So what is self over here? Remember that I have told that self is the object itself. So you are passing S1 itself in the self, then it will be passed automatically. You don't have to mention that. Then the 123 in the enrollment will be stored, and Alex will be stored in the name variable. Now you are initializing the different variables, that is the self dot enrollment number equals to enrollment and self dot name equals to name. So this enrollment will be stored in the variable self enrollment and this name will be stored in the variable self name. So like this you have to initialize the different members or different attributes of the class. So I want to print that attributes in my student details. So I will call the student detail like this, that is s1.student details like this. So I'm getting the output as enrollment number is 123 and name is Alex. Just for an example, I'm creating the second object of the student class and I'm writing like this, that is student, and I'm writing over here 456 and suppose I'm giving the name, the another name, and I'm calling the function that is s2.student detail like this. So I am getting the different values for the two different objects. That is S1 is having different enrollment number and different name, and S2 is having different enrollment number and different name. So this is what about the class and object is, and the init method. Init method itself says that you have to initialize the values. So this is all about the class and the object.